People wonder all the time, does Disney really have a strict dress code? And how does it compare to other parks? I see people questioning and talking about the Disney dress code pretty often. You see people wondering, does it apply at other parks? And what does it mean? And how much do cast members really hate it? Disney does actually have a very strict dress code, but so do most theme parks. In fact, when I worked at Busch Gardens before Disney, I really didn't notice any change or difference between Busch Gardens' dress code and Disney's dress code for their employees. So when I'm talking about the dress codes, I'm talking about Disney. It applied to Busch Gardens and for the most part Silver Dollar City as well. Disney does have a very strict standard of dress for its employees. In fact, when you get hired on as a cast member, you're actually given a little booklet on your very first day of hire that talks about how you were supposed to dress, how you were supposed to look, your appearance standards. They call it the Disney look. And you've got to maintain those. So when you show up for your very first day of traditions, you've got to be already in the Disney look, or they're going to send you home and you're going to be fired before you even start. They're that strict about it. Why are they so strict? Because when people go to Disney and other parks, they're trying to get away from life. They're trying to imagine this idealized fantasy world, and they don't want the employees to distract from that, to remind them maybe of what's at home, or to pull people out of the atmosphere. And the dress code and appearance is a lot of that. So what are some of the rules and how strict is it? Well, let's start with the hair. Hair at Disney and Busch Gardens has to be a natural color. You can't dye it some weird color and make it purple or green or pink or blue. Disney's not going to let you work with that. It's got to be a natural color. Even dark black. If it's not a natural black, they're not going to let you work with that. All natural, conservative hairstyles. For ladies, it's got to be something that they can do quickly and easily that isn't going to draw a lot of attention. For both guys and ladies, no mohawks, no partially shaved heads, no punk kind of styles. It's got to look normal and not too stylish, if you will. For guys, it has to be short, up over the ears. So for example, my hair right now is already too long, according to Disney. And I could actually be told it's too long to work. Although I never had it when I had this long occasionally at work, this would be too much. And my wife's probably going to pitch a fit with me playing with my hair. Because yes, I need a haircut. So guys, it has to be up over the ears, not collar length, and short and looking good. No beads or adornment or decorations in your hair for guys and girls. Whether you've got it in tight braids or whatever. Girls can use a basic hair tie, like a scrunchie. That would be about it. Nothing that's going to draw attention. Very calm, very conservative. They were also very strict on the jewelry you could wear. You could wear one ring on each hand, plus your wedding band. You could wear, if you were a lady, 2 necklaces and 2 bracelets. And they had to be conservative and modest and blend in with your outfit. Absolutely no rubber bracelets in support of some organization like Cancer Research or something. Those were a big no-no, and it actually caused a little bit of a confusion and problem when I worked there, because there was one cast member who had actually worn a bracelet, and I want to say it was in support of some cancer foundation or something. A good cause, a well-worthy one, and Disney told them they weren't allowed to wear it. Well, why not? Shouldn't they be able to wear that? And there were people very upset that they couldn't wear these rubber bracelets in support of their cause. Disney actually has a good reason for that. When people go to Disney, they're trying to forget about the stuff they left at home, like cancer and people suffering and sickness and things. And so if they see a bracelet, it's liable to remind them, and rather than being an escape from it and an opportunity to relax, all of a sudden here's life's problem flashing them right in the face again. That's one of the reasons Disney doesn't allow that. Bracelets for the ladies, a couple simple basic ones, but that would be about it. And again, even that would depend upon where you work. If you were in, say, a kitchen or working on a ride, you probably couldn't even wear that because it could be a hazard with your job. Other jewelry. Ladies could have 1 piercing on each ear, and that was it. Not multiple piercings. No other piercings were to be visible at all. And if it was your tongue or something like that, that was a no-go. And you couldn't have gauges. Had to be basic, modest earrings. No tattoos at all visible ever. So you would have to find a way to hide your tattoos. So if you're at Florida in the middle of summer and you see some cast member go by in long sleeves, that's probably why they're more than likely hiding a tattoo. You could buy makeup and then hope you didn't sweat it off, because it would cover it some. The cast members I saw that did that would oftentimes have to be reapplying it on their break because they would start to sweat it off. Had to keep all your tattoos hidden if you had any. So if you're thinking about getting a tattoo and working at Disney, consider carefully where you put that tattoo. Fingernails also had to be kept a natural color, no bright colors with that. And so it was just modest, conservative, nothing that would draw attention to you necessarily because of how you looked. Silver Dollar City was a little different, which I found out the very first time we visited right after we moved here. I was used to the Disney standards of dress, and I figured I would be in kind of the same dress code as Silver Dollar City. And then we hopped on the tram, and the guy at the back of our tram had real long hair that was kind of flowing out in the wind and had a pretty full-grown beard, which, when I worked at Disney, beards were a no-no. They changed it the year after I left and allowed people to come in with a beard. You could not grow it while you were working. There were no whiskers allowed at all. You had to be clean-shaven. You could have a mustache, but only if you came in with it fully grown, and it couldn't be more than 1/4 of an inch thick. And then all of a sudden, here's Silver Dollar City with whiskers and hair everywhere. That was a little bit of a shock. See, I grow a little bit. This is about 3 days growth, and you can barely see it. At Disney, if I had shown up with this much growth, I would have had to shave it on the spot or go home. And I actually kept a razor with me at work, so if I got into work and realized, oh, you know what, I got a little too much stubble, I'd go grab my razor, go into a bathroom, and I would shave really quick. Silver Dollar City, I pretty much never had to shave. Even though I really can't grow in a beard, because I just can't grow much of anything, I could go a week or two at Silver Dollar City and not shave, and it was okay. Long hair was great. Why? Because it was themed to the 1880s, and the Ozarks and hillbillies, and so it kind of flowed out of that culture. And you would have people at Silver Dollar City, you'd have men with full beards. I mean, down here. It just fitted with the character of the park. Ladies could actually put coloring in their hair if they were careful, because they could cover up their hair. They could wrap it in handkerchiefs and wear certain hats, and so they could hide some of that. I actually had a friend who had half of her head shaved, and then purple highlights throughout. Well, she wore a hat and a bandana, and so you couldn't see her hair at work. It was completely covered up, nobody knew, and that was fine as long as you couldn't see it. They still didn't allow tattoos to be seen at all. And again, no cell phones, that was another big illegal thing. But the hair and some of the style was very different. You got to relax a little bit more. It was kind of nice to be able to go into work and wear jeans, and that was part of our costume. So it was a little bit different in that regard, but you still had to uphold the dress code. Did employees get upset at the parks by what they had to wear? Absolutely. Yes, at Disney. Yes, at Silver Dollar City. You would hear people grumbling, this is dumb, I wanted to wear this, we can't do that. Because somebody had just gotten onto them for letting their tattoo show. It's just a little drop. Part of the deal is, because they are the employer, they get to set the dress code. They've got good reasons why they want that. Some of which I've already talked about. If you want to work at the theme park, you've got to abide by the dress code that they require for their employees. That's part of the job. That's true of many, many jobs. If you're going to work in the business world and you're at a big executive meeting, you're probably not going to show up in ratty shorts and an old t-shirt. You're probably going to be wearing at least a nice dress shirt or a business outfit. Well, for theme parks, their costumes and appearance is their business outfit. Every now and then you would hear somebody that would get really mad and, I don't want to work in this place because of the way they make me dress. Well, nobody made you work there. There's plenty of other jobs out there if you don't want to dress that way. But if you're going to get a job there, expect to have to abide by the dress code. Did everybody like it? No. Most of us, though, didn't have any issue with it because we knew going in that was part of the deal. And you notice it when you walk in the parks. You can see the difference. Compare how a Disney employee or a Busch Gardens employee or a Silver Dollar City employee looks compared to, say, a Six Flags park, where they can show some of the tattoos and the hair coloring in some cases. Or some of the other areas out there where there aren't the standards of dress, and you can see how it affects the theme and the atmosphere of the park, and what a distraction it can be. I hope you enjoyed listening, learning a little bit about the dress codes at the parks and maybe how it might work for you later. If you got a question I didn't talk about or something you're wondering, please don't hesitate to ask. Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thanks so much for watching.